Hello YouTube, we are back, and if you saw the last episode, you know we have got a absolute mammoth task on our hands to get this engine swapped over. In the previous episodes, you saw me go and collect this car. We got it back here. We tried to fix a few issues. We tried to fix this overheating issue by changing some seals on the oil cooler with no luck. We were still leaking water out. Rather than trying to diagnose this issue, we've got ourselves a new engine. So today we are going to get this backed up, get the hoist set up, get this engine out and try and get this new one in. For all the eagle-eyed viewers out there, you may have noticed that this car is the other way around. I pushed it out, we managed to turn it round. I pushed it back in. Let's cue some footage. Couple of little jobs to do. I need to get this go-kart moved. Can store that over on the other side. If you've not seen me working on this, go back and check that video out. I need to get that engine shifted so I can start getting this jacked up, get these drive shafts off. So one thing is prep. We need to do a lot of prep when we're working on these cars. When we're filming, we've got even more prep to do because we need space to get the camera in. And I've even been doing a little bit of research, watching the boys at Salvage UK, working on one of these, getting the engine out. So as you can see, go-kart stored away. Lots of room here. I'm out of breath. All this manual labour. So now, I'm going to get it jacked up, try and get this sump off, get these drive shafts off, drop some fluids. I've even emptied some of this milkshake out of here into a container that I've got over there, which I take to the tip. That is nasty. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm intrigued, so I've pulled the sump off. I'm just going to put a tray underneath. I'm going to put some water on, put some water in the coolant tank and see if I can see where the water's coming out, basically, and see if I can see it coming out one of these oil channels somewhere, or whether it's coming out the pickup. We'll see. There you go. It's coming from the back of the engine right through that oil gallery. It's got to be a cracked block. We have got the water pump down there, but he did say he swapped the water pump and he swapped the head gasket. So whether that water pump's not been swapped, God knows. But what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of research and try and find out, because that is coming from where the water pump is. Look at how much water's come out there now. Nasty. I've just done a little bit of research, and although it does say that the water pump can cause oil and water to mix, after having a look at the pictures, let me see if I can move this one, picture of the water pump online, I can't see how water and oil are mixing because of something in here. There's literally just some fins on the back and a seal. It's not lubricated with oil, so there's no oil seals in the water pump. So I'm just going to pull the engine. We've got this engine now anyway, so let's get the gearbox drained, get the drive shafts out, and then we'll go from there. Getting good at this drive shaft removal job now. Both of them out, and I only managed to snap one bolt. This is for the ball joint. Suppose I better check in, otherwise I'll get carried away and I'll have the bloody engine out. So drop the gearbox fluid, as you know. I've got the drive shafts out, I've got all the manifold off, I've got the rad pack off, but I've got that just hanging at the minute because I can't get this AC gas out. So I'm going to try and get that AC pump off and just try and move that out of the way. Just working around here now, getting all the wiring out from the alternator and stuff like that. I've just disconnected the battery. We're getting there. We are getting there. I reckon this will be out today. Not that we're planning on doing it today, but you never know. Right, we're making progress. I've got everything detached at the front, all the wiring off at the front. I've got the hoist hooked up, as you can see. I'm going to try and loosen the mount, let it come out a bit, and then we can get round the back to get everything else out, and then we can roll the car back. And hopefully, quick swap, get this gearbox off, get this block swapped over with that one, and then start getting it built back up. Make it sound easy, don't I? But it's not. Been at it for hours. Fiddly little wires and clips everywhere. Pain. But we're getting there. Come on. Right then, she is out. I've just moved it out of the way and just put that radiator and the AC condenser back, just because it was under a little bit of tension. But yeah, she's out. So now I'm going to try and get the gearbox off. Get this on the stand so it's out of the way. I use this bread crate to move it around, and then I've got to get that one onto the bread crate, get the gearbox on, get it under here, and start moving the little bits over that need to be moved over, and then get it mounted. I'm just looking at the other one. Need to get that belt over. Yeah. Not even halfway there. I am hot and sweaty, but we stripped this block right down, gearboxes off, as you can see. And if you look at that clutch and flywheel compared to that one, you can tell which one I'm going to use. Everything I've took off here is just covered in milkshake. Look, it's disgusting. So mostly the stuff that's on that other block I'm going to use. But I can start building that up now. The first parts can start going on because this is completely stripped. I'm probably just going to take this off just for good luck. But yeah, I'll get it down onto the bread crate and move it out of the way. And off we go. This is the reality of having a small garage. Obviously, I wouldn't normally show you this, but I pulled it in. Everything's just piled in everywhere. And then when I do want to carry on working on this, push it back out and start again, get it all cleaned up. The reason why I got the camera back out, though, is I want to give you a shot of that, because if you remember earlier in the video, we saw the milkshakey one on the other block. That is lovely and clean in there. Right, I'm just going to... pouring petrol out. I'm just going to swap this fuel rail over, because you can see on the injectors there, the little nibs are broke, so someone pulled them off. The clips aren't staying on, so put this fuel rail on. Progress report. She's in. Everything seems to be buttoned up okay. I just need to get the AC pump on. We'll get the exhaust manifold on and get that hooked up down there. And then just start buttoning all this up. We can then put the radiator on and we can start building this bit up. But I've not done, I don't know if you can see it, the gearbox selectors, the gear selector cables, just because I broke one getting it out. So I've seen a whole gear selector online for 23 quid. So we'll get that ordered. We'll see if we can just replace the little clip on the end. If not, the whole gear selector needs doing, but that can be done from the back. After a long graft, I've managed to get this engine in. I've managed to get the rad pack back on. I've kept the AC condenser on the whole time, got the AC pump mounted, so it's lost no gas, so that doesn't need refilling. I've left this because, as I mentioned before, I need to do those gear linkages, ECU cables, battery cables, all that needs buttoning up. But what I'm doing now is just dropping the fluid. I've just whipped the drain plug off here. I'm going to do the same test I did before. I'm going to fill it with water, and hopefully nothing leaks out of here. But if you look at the colour of that, that is the right colour oil, and it's not milkshakey. And what we'll do is we'll do our same test. We'll brim this coolant bottle header tank, and leave the drain plug off and just see if any water drips out, and if that level drops. It's dropping now because it's filling the system. There's going to be air in there, but I did see at the back there's quite a neat little bleed nipple in there. Oh, there it is. There's a bleed nipple there, if you can see it. And then obviously you can take that top hose off and just get all the air through there. Whew. I'm feeling positive. The oil that came out of it was nice and clean. And then this is holding water, but we'll have to leave it overnight and see. So I didn't have to drain the clutch because it just unbolts. I've got some gearbox oil, so I just need to get some engine oil, and then we can fire this thing up.
The next day.
It's a new day, and it's oil day. So let's get some oil in here, and we should be able to crank it and see if we've got a good engine or not. Pray for me, people, pray for me. Dead battery. We'll be right back. Let's try again. I think I had my wires mixed up. Fingers crossed. Sounds good anyway. We just got to make sure everything's okay now. I'll run it up to temperature. See if we can get this fan to go off. I've got an engine management light, but I've had that ever since I picked up the car, so I think we need to try and clear some of these codes. But the temperature's definitely down. We might be burning off a little bit of oil on the exhaust manifold, but it all looks and seems very healthy. And she's even a little bit throaty. I'm very happy. I just need to get this fan off. And there we have it. The fan is off. I've just left it running for a little bit. I haven't cleared the codes. She's looking good. I obviously need to flush. I've just put water in it for now, but I need to flush this because there still will be bits of milkshake in here. So we need to get it out, run it, flush it, do what I've got to do, check the oil. There is a bit of water dripping there, but I have just topped it up again because that bleed point at the back, which I just showed you, I just took that off again, and a bit of milkshake shot out, so I'll let a bit of it come out to flush that. Topped it up again. She's running nice. I'm quite happy. Just going to get it up to temperature because that top hose there is getting warm, but the hose at the bottom's still not warm, so I'm just going to run it for a little bit longer. We've got coolant in it, we've got oil in it, so it can run. It's fine. I haven't got the drive shafts back in yet, but we'll do that after we're happy. I don't know if this is related. I've just set the time and date, and the engine management light's gone off. It's the night afterwards. It's holding water. We're happy, and we've had a delivery. This should be my gear selector and gear selector cables. I have bought a second-hand one. We'll get it unboxed and see if we can take the clip off first, because that'll be the easiest way to fix this. If I can't take the clip off, I've got to swap the whole thing. So here's the damaged one. Self-inflicted. I basically left it in the gearbox when I was pulling the engine and then forced it out. But hopefully we can just change this clip over. We'll see. We'll try and get this one off first before we touch the new one, because otherwise you've got to drop that heat shield, I believe, to get to the selector. Not a big job, but we could do without it. Here's a better look at them side by side. And there's the broken clip, and that's what it should look like. I've decided just to swap the gear selector, and luckily it's quite an easy job. I've managed to keep all the plastics in and just pull it out and wiggle it through and take all that majobby out. So let's try and wangle this other one back in. After some right messing around, we've managed to get the drive shafts back in, we've got the gear selectors in, we've got it down on its wheels. Now I just need to top up the gearbox. So you top them up on the top here, as you can see, 2 litres, and then we should be ready to give it a test drive, obviously once I put the battery back on and stuff like that. Battery box is all back together. All these air hoses are on. There's a crazy air box that goes down there. I'm guessing the air filter's in there or something. Just got to get the crash bar on, bumper on, lights on, and we're done. Well, road test done. Here we have it, road test. It's looking good. Just knocking the rust off the brake discs and a few other bits, but yeah, she seems good. Clutch seems good, gears seem good. Very happy. Right, so there we have it, successful test drive. I've actually still got the Mazda. It's not sold yet. I've got it up, well, I put it up for $14.95. It wasn't really priced to sell. I'm trying to get maximum profit. I've dropped it to $12.95. Not really had many inquiries, but it's coming up to payday. And then this one, it's only got 2 months MOT on it. It's got a crack on the windscreen, so I'll probably have to get that repaired. And I'll put this up for $2,000, I reckon. We've got to try. God loves a trier, and see what we can get. It's a nice little car, 72,000 miles, 63 plate. It's the D Style Plus, so it should sell for that, hopefully. We'll see. If not, we'll take a bid on it. It's fine. I think it stands me at 1,400 quid with the engine and everything, so I'm happy with that. And then we get these two sold and we'll get something else. I hope you're enjoying these trading up series. Something a little bit different. On the next one though, I'm getting the Asbo back. It's been off for a tune, so hit the bell, you don't want to miss that. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell your mum, tell your nan.